evidence. All right, and the evidence is that Jesse McFadden murdered 6 people and then killed himself.
For the first time, law enforcement confirming that the mass killing near Henryetta was indeed murder-suicide. I'm Shay Rossi.
And I'm Sarah Whaley. Okmulgee Police Chief Joe Prentice said in a news conference we brought you live in the last hour that each of these victims, you can see right there, 5 of them teenagers, were shot in the head, some multiple times. That was before Jesse McFadden also shot and killed himself in the head.
Chief Prentice says the bodies of Ivy Webster, Brittany Brewer, and Riley Allen, all pictured along the top here, were found along a creek on the property away from one another.
And about a quarter mile from them in a heavily wooded area was Jesse's body, along with his wife Holly, you see right there, and her 2 other children, Tiffany and Michael.
We have live team coverage for you tonight, including how the community is supporting the victims' families. We start with Fox 23 crime and safety reporter Abigail Dye, who was at that news conference this afternoon. Abigail.
Shay, today the police chief confirmed what we already knew. We had already been reporting this, but it really doesn't take away that shock of this official confirmation that this man really did kill 5 children and his wife before killing himself. Police say that Jesse McFadden shot and killed the 6 victims that you see here on your screen before shooting and killing himself. Police say Ivy and Brittany and Riley all had 1 gunshot wound to the head, while Tiffany and Michael were shot twice in the head, and Holly was shot 3 times in the head. They say McFadden shot himself in the head as well. Police say they found the 7 bodies on a property that the McFaddens were renting, scattered in different areas in a way that could indicate some of the bodies could have been moved after they were killed. Along with the bodies, they found a 9mm handgun that was bought in January by Holly McFadden. Police Chief Joe Prentice says one of the hardest parts about a murder-suicide investigation like this one is that a lot of the questions that still remain will never be answered.
Part of the problem that the community suffers with something like this is everybody wants to understand why. And like I said before, normal people can't understand why. People that perpetrate crimes like this are evil. And normal folks like us can't understand why they do that. So I think that besides the emotional trauma that people suffer because of the realization of what happened to these young kids, trying to figure out why is a challenge they'll never get past.
Now, the police chief did say one of those questions that they're still working to answer is a timeline. These bodies were found on Monday, but he says they're just not sure when these killings happened. Now, this was a very lengthy news conference. We got the chance to ask a lot of questions. So I'll have more of it coming up for you tonight on Fox 23 News at 6:30. Live covering news that matters, I'm Abigail Dye, Fox 23 News.